All right, here's part two. We were working on our project today with trying to combine some shapes, rotate them equally, and we're going to look at what that looks like and some easy ways about it. So we went through the rotate and all this stuff. We didn't look at a line yet, which is going to be important here. So a quick tutorial of what we're going to be doing is learning how to rotate two objects so they line up perfectly. Okay, I'm going to take two circles. Okay, I'm going to set them up there. I'm going to get rid of this guy because we don't need it. I'm going to select both of these with a selection tool and make sure that they align from the center. Okay, it looks like they are. I'm going to go back to the rotate tool and I'm going to set this to 45 degrees and this preview. Okay, I know it's going to rotate. Well, if I copy Command D, all of a sudden you've got this quick and easy circular shape. Now let's do that one more time. If I do this again, and I'm going to copy this, I'm going to line them up because they're not aligned anymore. And now I'm going to, same tool, rotate. I'm going to do 15 degrees. Copy, and I'm going to Command. You see how they're overlapping, right? Maybe that's a problem. Maybe it's not. We'll see. So I've kind of got like this wreath jello mold thing going here. Now, if I drag over this, you can see there's all these circles in there. I could do a lot of things. I could eliminate parts with different tools, or what I want to use is the Pathfinder. If I want to combine them all, I can hit Unite. Now it's all one shape. What I'm going to use is this exclude. And basically what's going to happen, it's going to exclude a bunch of these parts in here. And then all of a sudden you can start getting like some weird kind of shapes and patterns and such. It was kind of a fun one to play with. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I need to create this shape that we're working on in class. And it's a little more complicated, a little more in depth. So this video will be a bit longer. I'm going to take a rectangle tool. Basically, I'm going to make kind of like a paper airplane looking shape. And what I'm going to do is make this rectangle. And I'm going to use the shift key to make sure I go nice and straight. And I've got this triangle like this. I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to hold down Option. I'm going to drag it over. I'm going to right click and just can reflect it. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's try reflect. There we go. I reflect it vertically. I'm going to hit OK. And now I need to get these to match up. See, my smart guys are helping me with that. If I select both of these, I'm just going to make sure that this is a vertical line top. That means that they're going to align to the top here. Looks like they're okay. So to make a paper airplane, I need to figure out how I'm going to make a shape in here, right? I need this to slant in. Now I can take each point. Let's use the direct selection tool. If I click on this one, I can hold down shift. Maybe, there we go. And I can do one at a time and go about it that way. Or what I like to do is use the same tool, direct selection, drag over those 2 points. Those are the only ones selected. And I'm just going to use the arrow keys. Why not? So I got the shape of a plane already. That's kind of what we're after, but we're not done. So a part of what we were trying to accomplish was to make this type of shape similar. Not quite the same, but this is what we're rolling with right now. So how I did that is just selected both of those with the direct selection tool, and then I arrowed down. I did before, and then I curved these a little bit. All right, so I got this shape going. Notice they're equal on both sides. Okay, that's important. Now I'm going to use the Pathfinder and unite these like I did in the previous video. Now it's one piece. So the next step is I'm going to go ahead and option hold, and I'm going to drag with the selection tool. Bring this down like this. I'm going to rotate it. If I hold down the shift key, it does it nice and easy for me. So it's snapping every 15 degrees. And I want to make sure these intersect about like that. It's hard to tell, but looks like they're barely touching. That's okay. That's as good as I want to get it. So I want to rotate this. So we've already learned how to do that before. And I'm not even sure what it's going to be. We're going to try, no, 45 is not going to be enough. Maybe it is. Copy it and we'll see what happens. Okay. This actually could be really cool if you're trying to make a flower. But that's not what we're after. We're trying to close up those gaps. So what I'm going to do instead of 45, I know 36 is divisible by 360. And I'm going to copy, paste that. So we're closer. Now it really looks like a flower. Now what I want to do is figure out how to close these gaps. Okay. And I'm not really sure how that's going to happen yet, other than some experimentation. What I'm going to do is make sure that all these points in the middle are connecting. So I'm going to use that unite option. You see that's all there. And then what I thought I'd do is use a rectangle tool and just kind of drag it across like this. Make sure it snaps those points. Okay, you can see it's starting to work there. Might be a little sharp. We'll just see what happens. So here I can go back to my rotate tool. It's still at 36. I'm going to preview it. You can see it's going to fill these gaps. I'm just going to go ahead and hit copy. I'm going to Command D all the way around. And right there, I have filled those, if that's in fact what you're looking for. And then I can unite them all, and that shape is done. Or let's say maybe I want to try this one, the exclude, and you get like a really cool shape. And sometimes these are little accidental mistakes that you might make. You never really know what's going to happen. You sometimes just got to play with it. Maybe that's kind of cool. Maybe now, if I isolate this image, maybe I go in and realize that, wait a minute, that's not that mark is okay, what I had, but this thing is way cooler. And, next thing you know, you got this complicated little star. So hopefully that helped a little bit. Like I said, that a lot of this is just trial and error and playing. But one thing I can't stress enough, besides like the shift key, Command D, those kinds of things, is if you double click on some of these tools, not all of them, but they'll have more settings like the rotate, brush, and so forth. So I hope this helps you guys.